welcome back to the channel. Got a very big and robust multi-tool type SAK knife here. It's from Spain. AITOR is the name of it, and we're just comparing different options next to the venerable old Victorinox. And these are just some new offerings, and so I thought I'd bring them to you. And this is a large 102 millimeter, or 3 7/8, I think it is. Let's look at it again. Yeah, it's about 3 7/8. Actually, really close to 4 inches. So it's a really big camp option for you. Is it any good? Let's take a look at it. Uh-oh.
What?
I think I need to fart.
Oh no, Papa has another frog in his butt.
Hey, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Hi to all my viewers. Bonjour, privet, guten tag, hola, ciao, konnichiwa, and good day, mate, to my foreign friends. Today, I'm just looking at different options. What's going on with the, the modern interpretations of a really functional, old, and hard to beat Victorinox. Last video, I showed you this knife right here. Actually, a pretty good knife. Had one little problem. Maybe you wouldn't think it was a problem. I did. You should check out the video if you like the looks of that. Anyhow, so what we're talking about is this large, robust multi-blade knife. And probably a lot of people will call this a SAK. But let's look at this a little closer. All right, so this knife is made in Spain. There is the logo right there, AITOR knives. And you have a 4 7/8 inch equal end. Actually, yeah, I don't know. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. This end looks a little smaller, but it's an equal end multi-blade. This is a plastic diamond jigged scale on this that provides really good traction. That's how it looks like in my hand. Okay, so this is a I just counted them, I lost it already. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 bladed knife. Yeah, 7 blades on this. Your traditional blades are right here. You got your cap lifter. Very soft on this, very soft, which is one of my criticisms of this. Very hard. If you look here, this is another problem. The nail nick is kind of down, and I'm going to have to do this off camera. Okay, so I used a little something to get this open. Actually, I used my Rough Rider pick to get it open. Not really hard to open. It just, you can't access that nail nick. So if you can't use the blades on the knife, then the knife is not functioning the way it's supposed to. These are very gritty. Not a lot of snap on these blades on here. You've got a saw blade. Here's another thing. You'll notice it's kind of a weird saw blade design. You see right there. So it is a double saw, but you have your notch for the saw, and then behind and on the opposite side is the other one. And then this is not sharp at all. So you can see I'm rubbing my hand against that. No damage whatsoever. Hold on a minute. Okay, so I did test out that blade, and it took little or no effort to make this right here. You probably could see it dig up right here, which is pretty good. right? So you can see the sawdust right here. It works, right? But it's not exactly aggressive either. And I used it on a limb also, and it cut right through the limb, so it works. It's kind of weird. It's kind of different. I wouldn't say it just tears wood up, but it's surprising. It actually did a pretty good job. Again, very little spring there on these at all. You open the main blade up, you've got a really nice, what is that, 3 1/4 inch blade, spear point blade. Big old blade, not UK legal. You can see the grind line is kind of funky on it. And let's look at the other side. The other side kind of follows it though. So it's wide here, it's wide on the other side there, it's narrow here, it's narrow on the other side there, and then it widens here and it's wide on the other side. So actually the grinds aren't good, but they match. And it is sharp. Nice stout blade on this. Good transitions there. And it locks. So that's really cool to have that in a multi-blade knife, a lock and main blade. You can see it right there. And easily accessible, you can see right here. Just pull it over and it shuts. And that was the problem with this knife right here. It locks. Just show you real quick. It locks, but you can't access this. And it's really funky to get this to be able to close this. So you know, they did this right. They did it right on that lock and blade, and I like it. On the other side, we've got more bad news. You've got your okay, corkscrew there. It is robust, functions just fine. Has a large package opener on it. So I tried to open a package with this and it didn't work at all. So I had to use the knife blade. So I don't usually use these. Maybe none of them work, but this didn't cut it open. I don't know. If you wanted to grab the package and destroy it at some point, I guess you could just rip it apart. But I can do that with my hands. I don't need a tool to do that. Again, very soft closing on this. Doesn't snap, and it should. Okay, so very soft. Look at that, no snap whatsoever. And then you have your awl. This is just a blank piece of metal here. So can you use this? Yeah, I actually tried it and put this through a shirt, a t-shirt. But usually when you're talking about an awl, you're talking about leather, right? Or maybe canvas that you need an awl for. And this is totally worthless for leather or canvas. And so it does have the thread hole in it. Kudos, but you know, it needs to be sharp, guys, right? It needs to be sharp to be use it as an awl. And again, no, you actually have to push it down. And so that's all the blades, the advantages, disadvantages. Pretty robust lanyard attachment there. If you look, let's see, if you look at a Victorinox, quite a bit smaller. So it is like everything else in this knife, it is more robust. So let's give my final thoughts on this and match it up against some other knives. All right, so I got this at Chicago Knife Works for 34 or something. I think is, I don't know, 34 something. It is robust. The lock works on this blade just fine. But that said, Several of the tools on this knife are really, in my opinion, not usable. So if you can't easily open this, it's not usable, right? And so that tool, the awl, the package opener, and overall, the whole thing acts more like a gravity knife than a slip joint. And so there is a little snap on some of the blades, but for the most part, they don't have any snap. And so, AITOR, however you say that, you need to work on that. So all of these blades should have snap and assist you in closing the blades. Otherwise, you don't have a slip joint, you have a gravity knife. So I don't think overall the knife performs the way it should and is designed to perform. And at $34, I just wouldn't recommend this to anybody. But let's look at some options. If you look at I believe this is the hiker. It's got the saw blade and it's got scissors. This is a Victorinox. You can see that the AITOR is about 1/8 of an inch bigger, quite a bit longer, because this is a full-size option, 102 millimeters, or 3 7/8. So it is a big knife, but you have all of the tools that this does, and this works, and this doesn't really work. And so there's that. Also, along the same lines, these are very close. I think this is 104 millimeters, and this is 102, so it's just a little bit bigger. If we match them up here, just a little bit bigger. But again, this has less tools than this, less blades, but it performs a whole lot better. You have a locking blade. It's easy to open. It's easy to close. It's rugged, durable, and sharp. All of these you can access easily your other blades on this, and it has the saws, the more traditional saw design, and this is very aggressive and just tears the crap out of wood, so it works really well. And on the back, I'll just show you where it is. There's your awl. You can see it's sharp there, and so that's actually going to work on leather, right? Or some other medium. Sometimes I use these awls to go through wood or some other material like rubber mats and things like that to make holes in them. So yeah, you just want this to be, it's more than a gimmick, right? It's more than a gimmick. And that's more like what this all is on here, is a gimmick. So again, I wouldn't recommend this. I think there's other better options if you want a more robust knife. And Victorinox makes I think they make 104 millimeter SAK along these lines here. It's a little more money than this, but I mean, basically what you're getting for your money on this knife, I'd say, is a lock and blade. That's big. All the rest of the stuff is more dubious, and it just has very little snap and spring to it whatsoever. They need to fix that, right? That these things need to snap, and they need to fix their awl. It needs to be sharp. The package opener, I don't know. I can't, I never use a package opener until I use this one. So maybe I just don't know how to use a package opener, but I could not get the package open with this. So it has no snap on the close. I like the knife. I wish it worked. I really do. I wish it had snap. And I'd like it if you could access this can opener properly. What did I want to show here? I think there's something else. Man, I just cannot get that open. Hold on just a minute, guys. So I will say, you've got a big chunk of metal here. It's not sharp, and I didn't think it would do a good job, so I went and opened a can of tuna fish. And I'll show you. Here's the blade on the Spartan. It is sharp and thin, but I'll tell you, this did a better job opening the can. Surprisingly, it was very robust, easy to do. This thickness really helped grab the lip in the can, and this I just struggled with. You could do it, but it just wasn't very efficient opening the can up. And bottom line, this can opener, it doesn't look functional, but it really did a better job. So there's that piece of data point for you if you decide that you'd like to try this out. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not a horrible knife. I just, I'm disappointed, one, in the access here. I'm disappointed in the awl. Maybe you never use an awl and you don't really care about an awl. And, this might just function great for you, but it kind of disappointed me. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.